Welcome to Website Optimization and SEO Basics. I'm going to kind of follow Lisa's introduction from our last presentation or webinar. So, who am I and why do I think I know what I'm speaking about? My name is Annette Sage. I'm Lisa's partner and Chief Marketing Officer at RedX Promotions and Marketing. I've been in the creative industry for over 15 years and have been actively involved in marketing for almost 7. I have a BA in Visual Communications and an MBA in International Marketing. My knowledge and experience in web design, internet marketing, and marketing in general has been working with various small businesses and startups. During that time, I have been actively involved with and have witnessed small businesses grow to multi-million-dollar organizations. Today, I'd like to share some of those insights with you. So let's begin with some interesting facts. 70% of today's purchasing decisions are made online, and of that 70%, 90% use search engines to do their research. 48% use internet yellow pages, 24% use vertical sites, and 42% use comparison sites. That being said, ranking high in search engines is no longer an option, it's critical. Now let's clear up any confusion between website optimization and search engine optimization. Website optimization or website usability is about the viewer's experience, and we want that to be as seamless and pleasant as possible. SEO or search engine optimization is the method used to boost the ranking or frequency of your website in search results. Now that we've clarified that, we'll first talk about optimizing your website for the best user experience. This will ultimately better your chances at retaining your audience's attention and prevent them from leaving your site and wandering elsewhere. The first and one of the most important decisions you have to make is choosing a domain name. You want to use keywords in your domain name. This will be helpful and good for search engine optimization. Domain name should be short, simple, and easy to remember. It should also be easy to pronounce, type, and spell. We want people to be able to remember your website, return, and refer your site to others. If they can't remember, pronounce, or spell it, it's going to be somewhat difficult. By looking at your URL, people should have a general idea of your site's purpose. For example, careerbuilder.com versus monster.com. CareerBuilder's name gives you a good idea of the purpose of the site. Monster kind of leaves you guessing and requires hefty branding efforts to be successful. If possible, get a .com TLD and register it quickly because they go pretty fast. That doesn't mean you shouldn't use a .net or a .org. It just means that people tend to add more value and credibility to .coms over the others. With so many hosting services out there, it can be difficult to choose. So here are a few things that you should think about. You want to ensure that there's enough space for your website and room for your business to grow. They should have a good content management system in place and FTP access to upload new content and pages. Bandwidth, speed, security, and reliability are also things that you should look into before choosing your hosting company. Do they have 24/7 technical support? And how fast do they respond to your needs? You don't want your server going down in the middle of the night and losing potential clients or customers. And of course, you want to compare prices and get the best value and service from your hosting provider. You want your website design and layout to be easy on the eyes. You want to try to distribute your graphics and text evenly throughout your page and use harmonious and complementary colors. Here are some really bad examples. They're hard on the eyes, hard to navigate. The odds and chances of retaining any of your visitors are very slim. Now let's take a look at some good designs. Easy to navigate, nice use of color, graphics and text distributed evenly. As I stated earlier, you want your website to be aesthetically pleasing and easy on the eyes. You want it to be easy to navigate. A viewer should be able to find something on your website within 3 clicks. If they can't find what they're looking for, they're going to go looking for it elsewhere. You want to be consistent with the placement of your content on your website. Again, you want to make sure that they can find what they're looking for. If you have your stuff spread out throughout the site and a lot of inconsistencies, that creates a lot of tension and frustration to your viewer. Most people don't bother with scrolling on web pages, so you want to place your important content on the top of your page. Different browsers display differently, so you want to do some testing in commonly used browsers. I do a lot of my testing, or I found that most people use Explorer, Firefox, and Chrome. And then we have our Apple Mac users who use Safari browsers. Okay, let's talk about website content. You want to try to avoid flowery, unnecessary text. People want information quickly, so keep your content short, simple, and to the point. And you want to provide your audience with information that they want and use lots of keywords for SEO. Always proofread and spell check. You'll be amazed at what misspellings and poor grammar can do to your brand and credibility. Page load time. Pages that take a long time to load will drive your viewer elsewhere. You want to try to avoid using Flash content. They're not very SEO or mobile friendly anyways. It's okay to have some Flash elements on your website, but you don't want to build your entire site in Flash. You want to optimize your images and keep your file sizes as small as possible. You also want to limit the number of server requests and avoid using content hosted on external servers. Search engine optimization. I'm sure that's why a lot of you are actually watching this right now. Organic search versus paid search. Up here in the top and in the right hand navigation, you'll see your paid search results, and then here in the burgundy you will see the organic search results. Benefits of organic search. 75% of all search clicks are organic. People who click on organic search results tend to be more educated. Organic searches are longer lasting rank and traffic because search engines record your history, ranking you higher in the future. And with the exception of time and manpower, it's free. Now let's talk about your meta tags. Your meta tags provide search engines with information about your site. Your meta tags are usually within your head tags, and within the head tag you'll find your title tags, your keyword content tags, and your keyword description tags. I'll show you an example of that in use in the next page. Here you'll see the title tags, RPM, Radix, Promotions and Marketing, and then up here in the search results you'll see the title tag displayed. You'll see your keywords. These are the keywords that I chose for our homepage. And you'll see the description tag. And the description tag is what your viewers will see in the description area of search results. Now let's talk about the alt attribute. The alt attribute is the text alternative to your images, and search engines view that as text content on your website. Your alt attribute also increases your keyword density score and relevancy for your targeted keyword list. Here you'll see your alt tag in action. And now let's talk about the title attribute. Your title attribute is very similar to your alt tag. The difference between the two is your alt tag is just for images, however your title tag can be used for any element on your website. So you can use it in your table tag, you can use it on your links, and you can use it to name the forums on your website. Fact: 75% of users never go past the first page of your search results. So here are some tips for optimizing your website for search engines. You want to use keywords and phrases in your headings, and that would be your H1 tags, your H2 tags, and your H3 tags. You also want to apply font styles to important keywords. You want to use your bolds, your italics, and your underline. This will tell search engines that this content is important. You want to use keywords in your links. Search engines tend to place importance on content that's at the very top of your page and at the very bottom of your page. So if you have maybe a logo at the top of your page, you want to apply an alt tag with keywords, as well as keywords in your footer at the bottom of the page. Keywords used multiple times in a row is seen as spam, so you want to try to avoid overly using them and close together. For example, you don't want to have a keyword in a heading and then have the first paragraph or the first sentence of your paragraph using that same keyword and then the second sentence using that keyword again. Once your website is live, you want to submit to all the major search engines, and I recommend Google, Yahoo, and Bing. There are hundreds and hundreds of them out there, but those are the main three. You also want to use sitemaps on your site, and that is a listing of all the pages on your website. You also want to submit a sitemap to search engines, and this is just giving them a heads up and letting them know what pages you have on your website and what pages they should crawl. Link building. Whoever has the most backlinks wins. I know that sounds silly, but it's true. So some tips for link building. You want to use keywords in your anchor text. You want to get links from sites that are similar to your own or have the same content or in the same genre and that are relevant and in the same vertical. You also want to use social media for long-term promotions. It's a great way to network and get your name and brand out there, as well as appearing high on search engines. I know that I've Googled myself and friends and clients, and a lot of times those social media sites are actually at the very top of your searches. You want to comment on blogs that allow links. This is a great way to build your backlinks as well as network. Write a press release for everything that happens with you or your company. It's a great way to provide information about what is happening with your company, and it's a great way to build high-ranking links to your website. Here's an interesting fact. Companies that blog have 434% more index pages. So if you're not blogging yet, that's something you should look into. We want visitors to come to our websites, and we want to keep them engaged and give them the most seamless and pleasant experience as possible. And we don't want them going elsewhere to try and find the information that they're looking for. Worldwide, we conduct 3 billion searches per day on Google. That being said, if Google can't find you, neither will anyone else.